In this video, I'm going to go over the Pro Football Focus grades as well as a couple observations following Alabama's 31-17 loss to Florida State. We start with Ty Simpson. As you can see, his Pro Football Focus grade 62.1. He was 23 of 43 passing for 254 yards, 53% completion percentage, 118 passer rating. And I want to ask you, do you feel that he has deep ball accuracy issues? Do you credit Florida State's defense with being in the right place? This was concerning right here. 3 of 14 under pressure. And I have to ask, do we have a quarterback battle continuing? Do we enter Monday with thinking about another quarterback getting opportunities? I want to hear from you inside the comment box what you think about Alabama's quarterback right now in Ty Simpson. I feel that when you look to where the pressure was coming from, and I'll show you the Pro Football Focus numbers for the offensive line, it was mostly coming from around the tackles, okay? So Caden Proctor, for example, and I'll show you in just a second, he had 6 pressures allowed. Wilcom Formby had 4. There was a couple that came, and challenged Dewberry and Geno Vandermark, but from the outside, that's where the pressure was coming from. And as you can see, that's tied into when he was under pressure, 3 of 14 passing. And you kind of wonder, can Ty Simpson throw on the run? He looked really inaccurate. Here's his overall passing tree. Right here, he connected with, I think, Jeremy Bernard, but 0 for 2. This is over 20 yards. To the outside right, 0 for 1. Anything over 10, he was 1 of 4, 4 of 5 across the middle, and 3 of 5 right here to the right. So it wasn't the best start. He had a lot of volume, as you could see, 75 snaps total, 62.1 grade. Neither of the other quarterbacks played, as you know. I think a bright spot for this game was clearly Kevin Riley. If you're giving out a game ball, let's give a game ball to Kevin Riley. He had a Pro Football Focus grade of 72.4. Thought he ran really well between tackles, really fast. Young had 9 for 26. That's Richard Young. And then Daniel Hill, 3 for 9. What'd you think of Daniel Hill? Want to get your take inside the comment box. Do you think he was a little bit – look, he's a bruiser, 100%, but do you think he was a little bit slow? I don't know. Dre Washington played in just 4 snaps. Here's where Kevin Riley was able to do damage. Now, he didn't have an overwhelming amount of value in terms of the opportunities he had, but when he did, he made the most of them, right? This is a really nice option read, kept it, and gets like 12 yards or whatever. I'm really impressed with Kevin Riley. Running backs overall, Richard Young, 25 snaps, grade of 63.8. Daniel Hill, 29 snaps. Kevin Riley, just 12 snaps, but a really high grade. And then, as you know, Jam Miller's out. I don't think A.K. Deere was in. The tight ends. What do you think of the tight end room? Now, look, I didn't see any stats for Danny Lewis. I don't know if he played. I'll have to go over, a lot of this stuff. But Josh Cuevas had 65 snaps for a grade of 56.2. I thought he had that long catch where he kind of went through some defenders. What was that, 27 yards, something like that? And then the next tight end I saw was Caleb Edwards over here with 18 snaps, a grade of just 46.6. The other tight end, I guess, played that Jay Lindsey with 1 snap. Receivers, the big 3, 61 snaps for Ryan Williams, grade of 52.8, went out of the game with the concussion, had some drops. So did Jeremiah Smith, right, from Ohio State. I don't know, first game jitters or whatever, but I do see that, he took a lot of people off. Jeremy Bernard, over 100 yards in last night's game, looked really good. Highest grade on the team was 74.7. Isaiah Horton, just 23 snaps and I think just 1 catch, right? It seemed like something was bothering him last night. I think he went out of the game and rode the bike for a little while. I didn't see any stats from Cole Adams. I don't know if he played. Rico Scott played in 47 snaps. Jalen Hill played in 5 snaps. And Lazier Brooks played in 9 snaps. Now, Rico Scott did score that touchdown. And I think he was overthrown a couple times last night as well. Jalen Mbakwe came in for 1 snap. Bubba Hampton, I don't think he made the trip. Some guys didn't make the traveling team. That's just how it goes. Derek Meadows, 7 snaps last night. Starting offensive line for Alabama looked like this: Proctor, Dewberry, Parker Brailsford, Geno Vandermark, Formby. And what I did here was you could see, I'll go full screen on this. 75 snaps over here for Caden Proctor, a grade of 56.9, and he allowed 6 pressures. Now, this is their pass blocking grade. Cam Dewberry had a pass blocking grade of 74.8. probably a little bit higher than I thought it was going to be with 2 pressures. Parker Brailsford, 75 grade pass blocking with 1 pressure. Gino Vandermark, 75 with 1 pressure. Highest grade in terms of pass blocking, 80.4, which is kind of surprising because I thought he got challenged a couple times. Then Wilcom Formby over here, 75 snaps, 67.3. I have to ask you, do you have an issue? Does Alabama have an issue at the tackle position? Do you think that Wilcom Formby is it? Look, I thought he struggled. And to my surprise, I even thought that Caden Proctor struggled. I'm serious. I saw Caden Proctor be lifted up. Like Florida State, man, they were coming. And to see Caden Proctor being challenged as many times as he was, I was really, really surprised. It was kind of disappointing, to be honest. Hopefully they can turn that around. I think with Wilcom Formby, I want to hear from you inside the comment box. Do you think he's it? I think we still have an issue at the right tackle position, to be honest. Here's defensive tackles. You had James Smith with 22 snaps. And the grades are against the run that I put for here. So not their total snaps, just against the run. Because there really was no pass pressure, right? 70.5, 62.1. Edric Hill, 17 snaps for 70, a grade of 74.4, which is impressive considering, the low volume of snaps. Isaiah Faga, 15 snaps, 69.7. And then London Simmons, 14 snaps for 67.8 grade. Stephen Boumwa, I don't think he made the trip to Tallahassee as well. This was this play was painful. This was the final touchdown, right? And they were just kind of moving the football right at Alabama. There was a couple trick plays, right? Those reverses, I think they ran it twice, one for a score and another one for a long gain. But this was demoralizing. I felt when they ran this ball, this turns into a touchdown. But, man, they were like, what? It was sad to see Alabama, their defense, being bullied like this. And listening to Mike Norvell, he said, look, we were the aggressor. We were more physical. And teams continue to say that. It was reminiscent of what Brent Venables said when they punched Alabama in the mouth, right? Just really disappointing. Bandit position, this is against the run again, 29 for 72.1. I don't know. Did Keon Keeley play last night? I didn't see any stats on Pro Football Focus. Jordan Renard, 14 snaps, 72.5. The Wolf position, Quay, these are their grades overall. 40 snaps, 61.8. You have Ja Latham. Looks like he might have been hurt too. 57.5. Yanzi Pierre, saw him in there a couple times. 36 snaps, 65.8. I don't know if Carter or Hill got in. Deontay Lawson, fam, he didn't look like Deontay Lawson. He looks slow. He doesn't look 100%. His grade, 57.6. Justin Jefferson, I saw him being dragged at one point in the game. Nakai Hill Green, 24 snaps. I think he went out with a small injury or whatever. I didn't see any of these freshmen play last night. Here's the corners. These are their grades against coverage, right? So they played more than 20 snaps, but this is just against coverage. 60.2, 68.1 for ZB. Dejon Lee, 3 snaps, 44.2. Obviously, he got cooked by Squirrel White and Tommy C. That was it. I mean, look, credit Florida State. They made the play. They saw that White was going against Dejon Lee. They liked their opportunities, and freshman was baptized, right? I mean, that was disappointing. That led to a score. Husky position, Deshaun Jones in coverage, 70.7. That's the highest mark. Here are the safeties. The grade overall, 58 snaps for 63.4 for Keon Sabb. Bray Hubbard, 55.3. Zay Mincy, 63.3. This was a disappointing play as well. It was a kind of a wheel route for this running back. Deontay Lawson is trailing. Zay Mincy gets sucked in, and then obviously it turns into 12, running for a big score. Zay Mincy was chasing him. Here's Deontay Lawson chasing him. It seemed like Florida State was just better in every single facet of the game, right? Special teams, Connor Talty missed from 53, made from 40. This was kind of low-key bright spot, all right? You got a punter, 3 punts, 144 yards, 48 average. So there's where we stand. A lot of question marks going into this next week, but when you look to things that Alabama needs to improve on, I honestly feel it's the pass rush, all right? It's the stopping the run fits still. It's the offensive line collectively. And, man, there's a lot that you could go over with all these slides. and you kind of look to the schedule, you're like, man, how many games is this team going to win? Can they get it turned around? Do they need a new quarterback? Do they need a new defensive coordinator? So many questions on this Overreaction Sunday. I appreciate you guys hanging with me right here on Bama Football on YouTube. Drop a like for the video, not for the performance, inside the comment box. And I'll catch up with you soon next video right here on Bama Football on YouTube.